presenting this program. I'm so excited about our next guest. You have no idea. This program is called Eddie's Basement, after the musical group Eddie's. Today, after much negotiation, renovations, communications, we have Daniel from Eddie's here in the studio. Please give him a warm Eddie's Basement welcome. Welcome, Daniel from Eddie's.
Hey, I made it.
He made it. Yes. Oh my God.
It's good to be here. Oh, it's hard getting here. Oh, nice. Is that your pet? All right. I get it. I get what you're trying to do. You're trying to break me in. You're trying to make sure that I'm on top of it. All right. I brought just the right thing.
You wouldn't be upset if you heard that?
I brought something. I brought this apple.
Oh my God, that's beautiful.
And then this was already here.
What's that?
This is a banana.
Oh.
Yeah, it's.
What do you do with it?
You eat it, of course. You know, break it
Oh
in half.
God.
You give a part to your friend, and you just eat the other part. It's pretty good. No. Whatever. We don't really need the banana or the apple. That's not important. I brought virtual reality, man. You know.
Oh, cool.
You want to get in there?
Yes.
It's pretty good. You gotta
Tell me more about reality.
Well, it's all really virtual. You got phones, TVs, and stuff, and then when you're really in on it, you're just yeah, you're in there.
So is that actual reality right now?
It's doubly virtual reality. It's virtual.
Your phone was inside of that, so is that when it becomes virtual?
Yeah. Well, the phone is the real reality, and then when you apply the phone to the face directly, you begin to experience Facebook. That's why Facebook owns virtual reality with Oculus Rift, you know?
That's awesome.
Yeah. All right. Well,
Daniel, there's a question I've been wanting to ask you for a long time.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of nervous about asking it to you.
Okay, go ahead.
What was the inspiration for the song Zephyr?
Zephyr.
It's a really wonderful song, and
it's a great song. I didn't really write it though, so I couldn't quite tell you what the inspiration for that is. You know, maybe
did Eddie write it?
Eddie, he's not here. He couldn't make it. I'm sorry.
I know. We tried our best, everyone, to make sure Eddie could make it, but of course he's just Romania. Where is he right now?
He's not here.
He's not here.
He's not with us. Not anymore.
He's not with us anymore.
But.
So I guess that question will just never get answered because Eddie wrote that song.
No, you don't understand. He didn't write the song.
He didn't write the song. Okay.
None of us wrote the song.
None of you wrote the song.
It was written by Led Zeppelin.
It was written by Led Zeppelin.
They were taking the big dookie and they wrote the song.
Oh, so that was just a cover you guys did?
Zephyr.
Oh. Well, it's a really good cover. You guys do a good job of it. It's good.
So I brought you a present. I mean, the banana wasn't
awesome.
a really good one, but I brought you a present. It's
oh wow!
It's this jar, and it's
see this jar, everyone.
It's
a jar of little tiny crabs. Can I take one out?
Yeah, sure.
Okay,
they're edible, so of course.
Oh, I wouldn't eat one.
You don't have to. They're also alive, so you know, you don't want to hurt them.
They seem like they want to stay in there.
Yeah.
But I'll let them.
It's their home.
I'll give them an option if they want to come out.
Okay.
And they can also be there.
So what was your name? You know,
Oh, my name is Patrick.
Your name is Patrick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Eddie's Basement, is this?
Yeah, I love Eddie's Basement. I mean, that's the show. But I love the band Eddie's. It's incredible. The reason I got into them was I had this experience, and then it really sort of was the musical soundtrack for that experience. And I was, it really elevated that experience to a different level.
Thank you. That means a lot to me. It means a lot to Eddie, too.
Well, you guys mean a lot to me, and what you do is pretty amazing.
Good.
So, What's the biggest crowd that you guys have performed in front of? Because I know that in the United States you're huge.
Probably like 3 crabs and a
Three crabs?
couple baskets of fruit.
And a couple baskets of fruit.
Yeah, we had like a lot
Yeah.
of fruit. There was a lot of fruit in the building.
Mm-hmm. So when the crabs, I heard that there was sort of an incident with the crabs.
They got boiled.
Yeah, and did I hope you didn't blame yourselves for that, because I don't think that had anything to do with you guys or your music or anything like that, you know.
No.
So I just want everybody to know that I don't think you were responsible for what happened to the crabs, and I hope that you don't think you're responsible either.
It haunts me at night sometimes, but
Oh God, that breaks my heart, Daniel.
come on, it's okay, Patrick. You'll
It
get
was-
a new heart.
It had nothing to do with you guys, you know, and I just wanted to make sure that, like, I was worried about that. I thought, oh God, you know, the worst thing would be if you thought that incident had anything to do with you, your band, the music, Eddie's disappearance, Eddie's reappearance, and I just really,
I mean, did you know that Eddie's part crab?
of course, yes. And so thereby, you know, I wanted to make sure that, like, the crab community wasn't affected by the whole incident.
You see,
But it was, because they were boiled.
boiled alive.
Yeah.
Well, I got a couple more things to show you. If you're
Okay, yeah. Show me some good things.
some good things.
Yeah. We have to move on from that subject matter, and you know, you have to move on sometimes.
Well, I have this.
Oh my God.
Whoa!
Yes.
Isn't this cool?
It's totally awesome.
Yeah, it's a roll of receipt paper.
It's a roll of receipt paper that he wrote on and drew little pictures on.
Yeah, this is like how I write.
Are
all
you
my music.
auctioning this off at all?
Yeah. So
Wow. Okay.
not right now though. Maybe
I
in the
will
future.
hold this.
Yeah, you can unwind it if you like. And then I did also bring this thing over here. One of these thingies.
I just want to show this to the audience. Make sure that they can see
Well, it's all copyrighted, so don't look too hard.
the copyrighted material
Yeah.
of the receipt paper that he has drawn on. So did you draw this between gigs?
No, sometimes on the gigs.
Sometimes on the gigs you would draw this.
we were on the gigs, and I just drew them.
Oh, okay.
This one right here. This one's a drawing of my watch.
Oh,
See,
wow.
check it out.
God.
Do you see the resemblance?
Yes, I do. I actually see the resemblance.
Look.
It looks just like your watch.
Look at it.
Looks just like his watch.
You just replace it.
Yeah, that's great.
I should wear that.
Wow.
Yeah.
So this is one of my favorite parts of this receipt drawing. Is where to go? It's it's such a beautiful long drawing. This part, it says, "Stuff this way." Basically, is how I read it. Stuff this way. Stuff to the direction that the direction is going, and then if you go that direction, there's stuff.
Yeah.
So I heard that today you're gonna really entertain us today with some music, and I am just very excited. And I wish you could really put that apple here so I can enjoy the music with the apple.
I wouldn't really
Thank
call
you.
it music. You know, it's
An
sound.
experience.
It's
It's
an
a sound
experience.
experience, a cosmic sound experience. And I will wrap this while you play
You just
that.
missed it. Look, listen. You have to listen to it.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to hear it again?
Hold on, give me one moment.
You take a bite if you want.
Okay. What? Oh, I have an idea. Do that while I make a bite.
This is getting somewhere. I got another idea. Hold on.
Do I need to keep chewing?
Yes. Chew like twice.
Okay, keep chewing.
Whoa! You know
That
what
was-
that was?
White snake or something.
White snake.
It was
yes.
something like that.
Okay. This is gonna be good. All right. So, I want you to tell me something really good right now. Yeah.
I really enjoy chocolate things and peanut butter things.
But you're having an apple.
I know I don't like apples very much.
Okay. So, let's see if that did anything. Do you think that did anything?
I don't know. Oh, this is just like... Yep, that's what I thought. This is just like the Copenhagen concert of 2018. That was pretty good stuff that happened. Mm-hmm.
That's a good one. Where'd the music go? Oh, don't worry, it's coming.
Hello, I'm Dr. Tetanus, and I'm about to perform a sideshow act for you today. The sideshow was born in the late 1800s, and it used to follow around the circus. It was a number of acts that you would find underneath a tent to the side of the big top. Now, characteristically, they were called 10 in 1 because you'd find 10 acts under that one roof. Now, there are two different kinds of acts that were seen back in the day. There were the human oddities, your Siamese twins or your penguin boy. And then there were working acts. Now, a working act is something I'll be performing for you tonight, the human blockhead. The human blockhead was first brought to the stage by a performer named Melvin Burkhart, who lived to the ripe old age of 94, dying in 2001. Melvin Burkhart also performed other acts in the sideshow. He was a professional wrestler, a boxer, and a stage magician. But what you'll see in just a moment is not magic or illusion. It's real. And I implore you to not try anything that you're about to see at home, because it is very dangerous, and my insurance won't cover your hospital bills. Now, sideshow has been given the accolade by the Smithsonian as an indigenous American art form. It was born here in the United States and has traveled all over the world. Without any further ado, I'm going to give you the human blockhead, so named because Melvin used to drive a nail into his skull like a block of wood. He would use a 10-penny nail, which is 4.5 inches long. I only had 5 cents today, so I got a 5-penny nail. Now, I never have to worry during cold and flu season. I always have a little iron in my diet. Now, as you well know, you need to take a spoonful of sugar to help the medicine go down. I have a regular spoon right here. It's not going to bend. It's not going to fold. And of course, spooning leads to forking. And last but not least, my personal favorite portion of the human blockhead. It's far, far and away the most dangerous aspect of this act that I'm about to perform. I'm going to use a pair of scissors. These are real, they are sharp, and have been known to cut me on occasion. We'll see if I can make it through without injuring myself today. And that, folks, is the human blockhead. Once again, do not try this at home. And that wasn't 10 minutes at all. It is, and so am I. Thank you, guys. I'm sorry I couldn't stretch it any further, but I ran my mouth as much as I could.
floor, you gotta be jumping jack. Jump on in, jump in. When you hit the dance floor, you gotta be jumping jack. Jump on in, jump in. Like a wild train rolling right off your track. Whoa, whoa, you just can't stop. Like a wild train rolling right off your track.
I hope that sounded like a cat walking by, because this is about my cat. We named him Hank, but he became known as Bob the Weather Cat. But before he was Bob the Weather Cat, he was quite the character, and he would get in a lot of fights, and so we wrote this song about him. It goes, let's see if I remember how this goes. See, I played that other song first, so I forget how this one goes. No, that's the other song. The first one is... Here we go. Old Hank was a very old dog. He was so old he turned into a cat. His fur was white and gray, sometimes a whisker fell out. When Hank wasn't fighting, his look would shout, "Don't even think of crossing my glance. A flinch of my paw scares you off your stance. Now, if I'm stalking or challenging you, let me tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put my head down and hiss, arch my back, let you bite me on the ear. We'll do a takedown of the grass. Loud yowl, flying fur, I got the respect of the neighborhood. Hadn't you heard? Every day Hank Dog would go a few rounds, lest he was shut in and he'd really frown. Snag the curtains, maybe a chair, bend the blinds, hey, what do I care? Wrestle with the carpet and blocks in the air, dance on the sofa, boogie with a flare, eat some plants and dig up their roots, then sit real still and just look cute. First he had a bloody leg, a fighting wound, so he took him to the vet. Yeah, Hank's dog went under the knife, drained his abscess and changed his life. You know, he had the buttons to his cat suit cut off, but he still likes to fight any old dog. A shepherd, a mutt, a pedigree, a basset named Princess, you should see. First Hank struck with a left, then a bite. Princess screamed, "My nose!" I kicked Hank in the thigh. I dropped him out a window about 6 feet high. He looked back with a scowl. I closed the window with a sigh. I hate dogs, all kinds and makes. Doesn't matter the year, 'cause I'm the champ every day. Look out, you hound dogs, you're walking Hank Dog's way. Got your helmet and gloves, 'cause he's ready to play. So, that's the story of Hank Dog. Went on to be Bob the Weather Cat, which is the second part of the song, but we're not going to hear that today. But there was another character about that time, and he's still alive, old Mayor Bud Clark. And before he became Bud Clark, the mayor, there was Frank Ivensy, the mayor. And Frank Ivensy, for those of you who didn't know, he was kind of a dour sort of personality. And the weekend of the before the election back there in May, a poll came out, and it showed that Bud Clark, who was a challenger, barkeep at the Goose Creek, wherever it's called, anyway, he was going to win outright, and Frank Ivensy took out all these really nasty radio ads. And but before he did that, I sort of thought, what would Frank Ivensy be thinking the morning that the Oregonian Sunday paper hit his doorstep and said, Bud Clark is going to win outright with 52% of the vote. So this is sung from his point of view. That's Frank Ivensy. Woke. Been reading the papers, seeing the news. Heard all about how I was going to lose. I was Mayor Ivensy. Now I got these J. Bud Clark blues. Got beaten bad, some people's glad, but now I got these J. Bud Clark blues. My police chief quit, so J.E. hired this chick. The commission said you'd better make her quit too. Penny's husband Gary knew this dealer. Bobby Lee had to go to court. Penny and Gary claiming stress disability, so they try to sue the city. I hope they don't sue me. J.E. Bud Clark, J.E. Bud Clark blues. J.E. Bud Clark, J.E. Bud Clark blues. If you run for mayor, against him you will lose. Got beaten bad, some people's glad, but now I got these J. Bud Clark blues. Been reading the papers, seeing the news. Heard about how Chief Davis threatened to quit too. He told Bud to read my lips. Bud said, read my lips, you're fired. Well, being the police chief is just one hard job. Lest maybe you try to run for mayor. I think you know what's gonna happen. You get those J.E. Bud Clark, J.E. Bud Clark blues. J.E. Bud Clark, J.E. Bud Clark blues. If you run for mayor, against him you will lose. Got beaten bad, some people's glad, but now I got these J.E. Bud Clark blues. Re-election came and those old chiefs running Jim. They challenged J. Bud at the polls. Oh, Penny came to town in court, but her stay was pretty short and dismissed. Well, Bud had to put his house in hock, and now he's giving himself what he's got because he's giving himself those J. Bud Clark blues. Kind of ironic, don't you think? He got those J.E. Bud Clark, J.E. Bud Clark blues. J.E. Bud Clark, J.E. Bud Clark blues. If you run for mayor, against him you will lose. Got beaten bad. I'm starting to not be so sad because he gave himself those J.E. Bud Clark blues. So we have 5 more minutes. This is another song that is here about Portland. I went to this opening of they're going to start this thing called the Max Light Rail, but it wasn't called the Max Light Rail then. It was just called Light Rail. Well, it's early in the morning, but it's later than I want it to be. Well, I leap through the shower, suck down my clothes, gonna have some instant coffee. Scramble through the gears, race down the street, fly the overpass, down the ramp to the freeway. Well, it's all backed up, slam on my brakes, read my morning paper and take a coffee break on the light rail. Don't want no heavy diesels, light rail. Don't buy them from the weasels. Make sure that the windows don't leak, that the brakes will stop. I need slash-proof seats. Ride downtown, get off and eat some quiche. Go to the market and maybe peel a peach. Later in the evening, the sunset blinds me in the mirrors. Well, we're all corralled like some city slicking steers. Oh, stop and go, grimace and groan. I can't wait till the wheels start to roll. The money's all spent and the crowds they show. What happened to that seat is gonna have to myself on the light rail. Don't want no heavy diesels, light rail. Don't buy them from the weasels. Make sure that the windows don't leak, that the brakes will stop. I need slash-proof seats. Ride downtown, get off and eat some quiche. Go to the market and maybe peel a peach. Well, first they ripped the streets and shut some down for a spell. Well, it didn't help the traffic and shops and things did not sell well. Hard hats, cranes, backhoes and trucks, that parking me just bagged. Aw, shucks, well, I gotta leave my car somewhere you know. I can't wait till the rails start to roll. Well, the money's all spent, the crowds just a show. What happened to that seat? I was gonna have to myself on the light rail. Don't want no heavy diesels, light rail. Don't buy them from the weasels. Make sure that the windows don't leak, that the brakes will stop. I need slash-proof seats. Ride downtown, get off and eat some quiche. Go to the market and maybe peel a peach. So if you've ridden the light rail, you know that you don't have a seat to yourself at rush hour. So we have just a little bit of time left here, and I guess I'll just do something that we can fade out to credits later with.
Oh yeah.